Trey Martin with Pursuit Physical Therapy. Today we're going to go over a couple modifications you can make if you're having back pain while squatting. So the easiest part to explain this concept is if you're having back pain, the more force in your spine during a squat is going to be predicated on the angle of inclination of your torso. So I'll show you what that means in simple terms. So for instance, we're doing something like a low bar squat with the weight centered back here. During our low bar squat, our torso inclination is going to go forward quite a bit more, putting more stress on the low back. So one way we can modify this quickly is we can switch to more of a high bar squat technique, which will be placing the bar a little bit higher on the shoulders. And then that's going to change our angle of force, and as we go into the squat, our torso will not be as inclined as much. So that's going to be one quick way we can lessen the force. Now, even further on from there, if that's still giving you pain and you're having problems with your high bar squat, another modification we can make, this is going to shift the load even more forward and off of your back, is something like a front squat. So, as we see with the front squat, our bar is a little bit more out in front, so the load is going to be transferred a little bit more over the quads, and see how my torso is staying a little bit more upright. So that'll be our second option at the high bar squat, is not making your back pain feel better. And then an even step further from there, if the barbell is just giving you trouble in general, one thing we can do is we can go a little lighter, grab something like a kettlebell, a dumbbell, and we can do something like a goblet squat, which looks like this. And then from the side angle too, just watch my torso here, the angle is going to be much less, and the weight's going to be less, so that's going to reduce stress in the low back. And then last but not least, the lightest form of squat on the low back is going to be just using a split stance, where if the goblet squat's bothering you too, we can completely change things up, get into more of a split stance and squat like that. So then again, this is going to be more of a different loading pattern, and again from the side, the angle of inclination of my torso is going to be much less. So that's just kind of our ladder of techniques, going from low bar, high bar, front squat, goblet squat, and then to a dumbbell split stance squat. This is just going to be the easiest way if you're having back pain to judge how do we offload the back by changing our technique modifications while still getting a good load for our legs, our glutes, and our hips. So again, that's just a little 5-step process to unload your low back if you're having pain with squats.